Chapter 8. Time, 16:30. "So, what do you think the plan is?" Lauren questioned. "We will know soon enough when we see Lynn," Emily answered as they started heading down to the wreck. "Looks like we are here first. I don't see her anywhere," Lorraine stated as she observed the area in front of her. As they approached the center of the wreck, they noticed movement in the tree line. Then the boys, Luke and Andrew, appeared. The girls just stood and waited as they started to approach. "So, you got here then?" Andrew asked. "We are here to meet," Emily started saying. "To meet us? We know," Luke interrupted. "No, to meet Lynn," Lorraine corrected him. "Text her if you want. She just told us to meet you here. You ready for the job?" Andrew asked again. Just then Chris walked out of the trees, not looking too happy and remaining silent as he looked onto the scene. "We don't know anything about a job. What are you talking about?" Emily protested. "Like I said, text her if you want." Andrew was growing increasingly frustrated. Emily pulled her phone out and began to text, while Lorraine went over to Chris. She kept her back to the other two and hugged Chris tightly. "You are not going to like this. You should leave before you guys get more involved with this," Chris whispered into her ear. He glanced toward the tree line where the boys had appeared, and Lorraine followed where his eyes led. She couldn't see exactly, but what she could see looked like a person laying on the ground. "Lynn isn't texting back. I'm going to call her," Emily announced. "Who is that?" Lorraine insisted. When she caught him looking down, she shook Chris's shoulders to get his focus on her directly and no one or anywhere else. "They won't tell me what is going on, but Andrew is, well, liking it all too much. He took advantage of—" "Of who?" Lorraine demanded. "Your friend," he said very quietly, not to be overheard. She spun on the spot with Chris's hand in hers. With her other hand, she pulled out her phone and quickly texted Emily, who was standing just a few feet away. "It's Vicky, in the trees." Emily didn't even look up, but acted as if she was getting replies. "What's she doing?" she replied to Lorraine's text. "They had their fun with her." She looked directly at Emily now. Lauren was just standing there looking bored. "What is taking Lynn so long? Should I try calling her?" Lauren questioned. "Go ahead, Lauren," Emily answered. "Maybe faster that way." "Andrew, just tell us. She isn't answering me." Lauren gave up trying to contact Lynn. "Well, you must have figured out that your friend tried to rat out Lauren. She wanted her punished. She wants you to beat her up," he stated matter-of-factly, like there was nothing wrong with anything he just said. "Well, that is all nice when said, but I don't exactly see her anywhere," Emily retorted. Then she discreetly switched the camera on her phone on as she returned it to her pocket. At the same time, she sent one quick text, 999. Lorraine pressed the numbers as she returned her phone to her pocket as well, and let the phone dial from inside the pocket. "Where is Vicky?" Lorraine demanded. "What have you done to her?" "She's in there. I took my time with her," Andrew said with a smile. "Yeah, and being greedy about it, too. You wouldn't share her," Luke said. "She told me to punish her. She didn't say you could punish the bitch. She should have known snitches get a baby." He laughed, followed by Luke. "Why aren't you laughing?" Luke asked Chris, who was being shielded by Lorraine. "They're armed. They've got knives," Chris whispered toward her. Then he stated aloud, "I don't think that it is funny." "Aw, you just saying that because she's there," Andrew responded. "Okay, so, as you told us, we punished her. Emily, now you can do your job and finish beating her up." Chris let go of Lorraine's hand and walked back into the tree line. As he saw Vicky, she shuddered, then suddenly stopped moving. "She needs to be punished for what she did," Luke announced. "So complete what you started." "There's no need. She's dead," Chris reported with a blunt tone. Just then 4 panda cars arrived. 2 of them sped up from the roadside access and drove over the field directly to them, while the other two blocked the hills so the boys couldn't run. Chris had his back to Lorraine. They all slowly backed away as the police approached and put the two boys in handcuffs, taking them into custody. Another group of officers gathered up the girls and Chris. They tried to separate Lorraine and Chris, but she insisted he was with them, so they just let it go. Simpler to just let it be for now than to argue.